summer, Manchester United need to get their signings right, especially this time that we are focusing more on our midfield. With Casemiro leaving, definitely we're going to sell Ugarte. We're still not sure if Bruno Fernandes is going to stay. So which means we need a total of at least 3 midfielders in this summer. So getting the right profile is very, very important. And bringing the right personnel. Because if we really want to improve and want to make a step forward, having to sign the right midfielder is very key in our ongoing development. So that's why I brought out this list of midfielders. These are the kind of players that we should be going for. Players that are experienced in the league and players that are also quality. Yes, some of them might cost a lot of money. But since Ineos came, I think you have gotten some signings right, and maybe not all of them, but definitely that's how the transfer market is. You don't have to get all your transfers correctly. But for this past summer, out of the 4 players that they signed, they were all fantastic players. Sani Lamens, Benjamin Sheshko, Brahmo Umbuemo, and Matthias Cunha. All 4 of them are 4 out of 4. So this summer, I think we should try and aim for at least 3 out of 3 or 4 out of 4 signings, because that's a key if we really want to improve. And going for at least 3 of these names here is very, very important. Or going for 12 in these names here are very, very important. For me, the names of players that I'm really going to go for are Baliba and Tanali. These are the 2 players I'm going for. Yes, a lot of people are going for the likes of Anderson. And yes, Anderson is a very good player. But where they now, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are fighting for relegation. Yeah, he might be a brilliant player, but the step up to me, it's too big for him to step up from Nottingham Forest to Manchester United. It's a huge step. It might be Calvin Phillips of Leeds that went from Leeds, a big player in Leeds, a very important player in Leeds, and went to Man City, and he became a shadow of himself. Kevin Phillips was one of the best Premier League midfielder in the Premier League when he was at Leeds. The moment he went to Man City, that's the end of his career. So that's why I'm not going for Henderson. I'm going for more of Baliba. Yes, Baliba has struggled a lot this season, but his ceiling is really, really high. I'm going for Baliba and Tanali. Tanali is in a big club, even though Man City, Newcastle is not as big as United, but he has the experience in the Champions League. So that's why Tanali will be my first choice, and Baliba. These are the 2 midfielders for me. If it's just 2 that we are going for, but if it's 3, yes, Anderson included, Anderson, Baliba, and Tanali. Those will be my 3 midfielders. Of course, that's a lot of money because 3 of them won't come cheap. I think the price tag for Baliba will really drop because of how he's struggling this season. A lot of clubs will not really go for him because of his form this season. So that will actually make his price tag drop a little bit. So going for Baliba, I think the highest for Baliba will be at roughly 60 million, which is not bad for a player of his caliber. Yes, he's struggling this season, but his ceiling is really high. For Tanali, I think Tanali will be the most expensive because he's a quality player and he's in a team like Newcastle. And we all know how difficult it is to buy players from Newcastle, especially when they don't want to sell. So I'll go for like 80 million for Tanali. Why for Henderson? If we are going for all 3, Anderson is in Nottingham Forest are in the relegation zone. So probably they escape relegation. It would then need to be difficult for them to go to sell their prize asset. So roughly to be 60 million still. So getting these 3 players, very, very important for Manchester United in that midfield. Imagine next season you have to line up with Baliba and Tanali in your midfield. You just know that you are settled in terms of legs in that midfield. You have people that can run about. Your defenders will feel so secure. That's why having the right profile is really key in our midfield next season. These are my 3 top choice if we're going for for 3 midfielders. But if it's 2, Tanali and Baliba are my 2 first choice. Drop a comment and tell me who you feel Manchester United should sign and who are your first choice.